name's Tanner Foust, racer for Volkswagen, and we're out here at Horse Thief Mile, which is in Southern California, sampling the ID.4 on the racetrack for the first time. Now, I had driven it on the street, but for me, really to get an impression of what a car's all about, it's always best to be able to push it to the limits and feel the balance and feel the dynamics of the car, and really you can only do that on a racetrack. I did notice the feeling of the ID.4 with the rear motor, rear wheel drive, how it did kind of connect you to the classic Volkswagen. I grew up with the Beetle and love that kind of lively feel. What you get is the front end changes directions really easily. It feels like the front end is actually very light. And then when you're on the throttle, you can feel the rear wheel drive working to finish the corner. And it's like every turn you have this challenge to get it just perfect. And the car's willing to do it, and it has plenty of grip to do it. And so it just kind of makes the driving a really fun experience.
EVs have come a long way since when I started out like some 13 years ago. Now the range is really awesome. They accelerate seamless, they're quiet, they have like instant torque, and they drive really well. A lot of development work has been done in Germany before we get the cars here, and what we try to do is basically make sure that they're suitable for the US customer needs, because the expectations here are slightly different than they are in Germany.
Traditionally till now, from an electric side, we weren't involved in, say, the powertrain topics and how the overall vehicle is dynamically performing. I think that's where our new battery test lab is really going to help us build our competency. Is we're testing all the battery packs that come off the Chattanooga line to make sure all the development tests are done locally, so then we can have immediate loops right back into the teams, both locally from design, but also in Germany, and also obviously with our production and quality colleagues here in Chattanooga. The battery modules will be built just south of us in Georgia. We'll be assembling all the battery packs here. We'll be doing the testing ourselves. And so this is really kind of the center for Volkswagen in the US as far as EVs.
I mean, I would say like electric vehicles are different to combustion engine cars. Not in a lot of terms, but in some.
The differences now will come when you're looking at, say, how the battery is behaving in the car. And one of the topics that we are focused a lot now on is range. So trying to find every little bit that we can squeeze out, but still keeping our traditional reliable Volkswagen.
So therefore we put like a lot of miles on the vehicles like in a very short amount of time, basically under the harshest conditions you can imagine.
And we're looking at every little minor detail, from anything you can think of, from the tires to the packages to the overall performance. So it's a lot of coordinating what we're seeing here from our local team, and then also working back to the team in Germany for any of the longer term technical changes.
There's a lot of drives that we do to actually get a common understanding and also figure out what we want in the vehicle. And we also take competitor cars, of course, and check how they handle in comparison. From the time we first drive the cars, it's more than 2 years till they get finally to the customer, because we want to make sure that we deliver a very refined product. So yeah, it's a lot of commitment involved. I think in the end we always manage to come to the same conclusion, and we know how a Volkswagen is supposed to feel. And that's what we're looking for.